We're back on this Wednesday with more of today, and we're ready to play our weekly trivia game, Who Knew? And the topic, the Super Bowl, of course. Kathy Lee's just outside in our green room, ready to hand out $100 to those who answer the questions correctly. And to those who don't, well, they get Kathy Lee's CD. What a shame. All right, here with me is the Emmy award-winning sportscaster and author of this book called The Greatest Moments in Sports and a good friend of the Today Show, Len Berman.
Thank you.
Welcome
Great
to the party.
here.
How do you think they'll do? What do you think?
I think they want the CD, so they're going to tank.
See?
Yeah.
All right, KLG, over to you.
I have always loved Len Berman.
Yes.
All righty. True or false, sweetheart? You're from Saranac Lake, New York, right? Okay. Yeah. True or false, it cost about $3 million to air a 30-second TV commercial during the Super Bowl this year.
I believe that's true.
And you would be right. Good. $100. Buddy.
Wow. So, $3 million for 30 seconds?
I know. And you know how many people watch in a group where they're making noise and don't get to hear it?
You don't hear it.
And I don't know. Do you think the commercials have kind of gone down over the years?
A little.
Yeah.
I kind of think a little. But I do have to say, when they come on, I do watch because I know there's going to be one I'm going to be in love with.
Well, what's interesting is that $3 million is what you guys charge for this show. So it kind of
it works out just right.
Together, yeah.
You are a good friend of us. All right, back across to Cal.
Talking to this darling couple from Germany. All righty. They don't have the Super Bowl there, so we'll see. When the term Super Bowl, when was it officially introduced, the term Super Bowl? 51, 1969, 1983. It's always been called the Super Bowl.
We take A, answer A, 1951.
No, darling. No. Before, it was just the championship game, right, Len?
Yeah, in the first two games, Super Bowl 1 and 2, weren't called that. They were called the AFC-NFC championship game. And actually, the owner of the Kansas City Chiefs' daughter was playing around. Remember those high-bouncing balls called the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So the owner said, oh, Super Bowl. So Super Bowl 3 became, because of a Super Bowl, became Super Bowl.
You're kidding.
69.
Oh, who knew? All right, back across to Cal.
Gentlemen from Seattle, all right, true or false? The Green Bay Packers are the only publicly owned franchise in professional sports.
True.
Wow, he knew.
He did
no
know.
questioning that.
Wait, so every other team
has owners, private. The owners of the Green Bay Packers are the people. They put out shares. I don't think they don't distribute the funds at the end of the year when they make a profit, but they have shares that they own a piece of the team.
Interesting. Interesting. Who do you think is going to win, by the way?
I'm leaning towards Pittsburgh.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go back across to Cal.
I don't know. It's like World Day today here because this lovely family is from England. All righty. Here's your question. Now, I don't know if you'll get this. At which Super Bowl was Frank Gifford, that's my husband, an announcer, and Kathy Lee Gifford, that's me, sang the national anthem? Los Angeles in 67, Houston in 74, New Orleans 1981, or Miami in 1995?
D, Miami.
You would be right.
Very cool.
Wow. Hey, Kat.
Check it out on Hulu.
Kat's pretty cool, though. You sang and Frank announced.
Yeah, and you know what?
People said I slept with him to get the gig.
Did you?
Maybe.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have any memory of who won that game, but the memory of Kathy Lee singing the national anthem. Who could forget? Look at that.
And
Is
look
that
at her
amazing?
do.
Yeah?
Look at everything happening there.
Wow. She's a happening lady.
I can't believe it on the audio. All right, let's go back across to
Where are y'all from?
Westchester, New York.
Okay, great to see you. All right, here's your question. True or false? Anheuser-Busch has been the Super Bowl's exclusive alcohol sponsor since 1989.
True.
Everybody knows this stuff.
Yeah,
You get the money.
got it right. Okay, so there's only one. You can only have one.
Well, they have one official sponsor,
sponsor.
but I can't picture you or Kathy Lee like
beers. We're not about that. We're not
mojitos,
about the beers.
Yeah,
other
mint
things.
juleps if you went to the Super Bowl.
All that, baby. Just not the beer. All right,
Not beer girls.
Back across.
Continuing our international theme, this gentleman's from Canada. All right, during Super Bowl, actually, do you watch it up there in Canada?
Oh, sure.
Okay, good. It's during Super Bowl 38 in Houston in 2004, two halftime performers were involved in what we now call a famous wardrobe malfunction. Who were they?
Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Well, you're right, Mr. Canada.
You know, they can't remember. I bet you they don't remember who played, but they do remember Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
See, most people, they blame Janet Jackson and all that business, but he was the one who...
He ripped it.
Yeah.
Was that all planned? I can't even remember what happened.
Of course
it was all planned.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay.
They were thinking smart, real good plan.
All right.
You know, they're being fined still over. CBS is still being fined because of that. And they're still appealing it.
The indecency thing.
Yeah.
All right, back across, Kath. We have time for one
We
more.
have a homegrown boy from Omaha, Nebraska, right? Which NFL team holds the record for the most Super Bowl wins? Would it be the Green Bay Packers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, or the New York Giants?
I believe it's the Green Bay Packers.
No. That's all right. You get this fabulous Kathy Lee Gifford CD. Enjoy.
He looks really happy. So the answer is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Have won 6, and they're going for 7 here. But I'm telling you, that guy dumped the question on purpose.
He did. He wanted the music.
And he was the only one from America, and he didn't know the answer. I don't get it.
Well, we're so glad you came. Come back and see
Thanks.
us anytime. Love you, Len.